What's up everybody and welcome to the M1 Carbine. Obviously we did just get a pretty big release, the M1 Garand, a few days ago. Well, now we're getting another pretty big release, the M1 Carbine by Undyne777. If you never heard of this guy, well, maybe you just don't remember him. He did make the MP Riot shotgun as well as the Spetsnaz rifle, two very popular and very cool weapon mods, but now he's making his kind of a reiteration of his original mod, the M1 Carbine. So as you can see, the weapon itself is really high quality. It definitely looks pretty good. It stands out a little bit. You could definitely tell it is kind of a mod and not a normal weapon, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Again, the gun does look really cool. It definitely fits into the theme of Fallout 4 very well, kind of reusing maybe some of the old school weapons due to the, everything blowing up and stuff, so maybe not having as many weapons as we once did. It also does have see-through sight support, which I am using right now, and I am very happy by this. Obviously, I really like that. I'm sure if you've seen some of my other videos, you would know that, and all around, it is just a pretty good and quality weapon mod. So if we take a look at the gun right now in first person, it's definitely not kind of on the top tier of weapon mods. It's a good mod nonetheless, but it definitely has kind of some shortfalls that you guys will notice very quickly. Regardless, here, let's take a look and listen. So as you can see, it is going to be reusing some of the vanilla sound effects, and actually that is reusing the vanilla animation, but I'm using an animation replacer. So that's actually using the combat rifle animation, but the mod author does say he recommends you download this animation replacer as it looks much nicer. So actually taking the magazine out is pretty much okay, but when you actually pull the receiver back or the charging handle back, you are kind of doing it on the wrong side, so it definitely stands out at least a little bit. Again, I am also using the see-through sights right here, which I definitely like it. I like the inclusion of it. It's actually basically a variable sight. I don't know why I'm getting so much lag right there, but it actually is a variable sight, so it should be pretty good, but you could basically change how much zoom you want to have, so whether that be, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, etc. All around, it's a pretty cool gun. Definitely, if you like World War II, you're going to want to use this gun, but with all that being said, let's look at some of the weapon modifications it does have. So in the workbench, we can take a look at some of the different options, again, you do have with the gun. So you kind of have the standard receiver setup. You're going to have all the normal ones. The mod author actually did say that the damage is meant to be kind of a little bit higher than some of the other guns in the game as well. So I'm not really sure what this is about. It says changes ammo type to 50 caliber. That's actually not true. It still uses a 5mm no matter what. I know he does recommend you use one of those ammo mods like new calibers or something like that with the mod. So I'm thinking maybe if you have new calibers installed, which I don't have installed while filming this, it will actually work correctly. But just a little, I don't know, a little odd there. But again, it's going to do a little bit more damage than some of the other weapons in this kind of semi-automatic category. I'm pretty happy with the damage, especially kind of with the rate of fire and all that. I feel like it's pretty well balanced. You also do have a few different barrel types. You have a short barrel, a short light barrel, which is going to just basically weigh less, and then you also do have a long barrel, a long light barrel, which is the same concept, and then a long ported barrel, which I was using, and they all aesthetically actually look very similar. It just actually is, how long the barrel is. So I would love to see some, like, maybe a visual change between the long and the ported barrel there, or the long ported barrel. That would be nice in the future. You do have a short stock and a full stock. I think the short stock kind of looks like laughably bad, so if I actually put it on right there, it literally just looks like someone sawed the end off, which it just looks funky. I don't know. Not a huge fan of that. I think the full stock is the only way to really use this gun. Then we also do have a few different magazines. You actually can use a large magazine or a large quick eject magazine, and then of course you do have the medium variants, but as you can see, it'll actually hold quite a bit of ammo, and if we actually go down, you'll see why that might be lucrative in a little while. So here we do again have some of the different scopes. So as you can see, I'm using the short variable scope. So as you can see, this is going to basically allow you to change it. We have all these other ones right here. So improved magnification, there's 2 of these are going to be see-through scopes. If you actually look in the description, it'll tell you which ones are using them, and as you can see, they aesthetically look different. Then we have a long scope, but if we go down here, you can change what zoom it is. So obviously this is only with see-through scopes, but as you can see, you could have 4. I was using 4 times. You could have 6 times, 8 times. If you really want to make this thing into like a proper sniper. So then I skipped a few things, but we do have some muzzles as well. You have a regular bayonet, a compensator right there, a muzzle brake. You have a suppressor. Then you actually have a large bayonet and a large serrated bayonet. So a little bit different. These things actually look pretty badass, especially hanging off the edge of your weapon, which is pretty cool, pretty nice to see. You could also change the kind of the reticule there if you wanted to, and the crosshair. you do have those options, which is nice, although I typically don't really mess with them. I kind of like the default options you do have with those. Then you also do have the option to make this thing fully automatic, which is actually kind of nice to see, because I believe that might be accurate, or at least I remember playing video games when I was a kid with this gun in it and having the fully automatic option. So obviously you could definitely use this as kind of like a medium range kind of, I guess a carbine is what it would be called, and definitely is going to have still good range, but again, having fully automatic there would be pretty nice. And then you obviously do have two options. You could change it to 5mm or 38. This one actually came default in 5mm. The only way you'll get this gun is by finding them on enemies. So obviously there's always going to be a chance that you'll find it in the 38 caliber, which you probably don't want, because it's just going to do simply less damage compared to the 5mm. And I feel like 5mm ammo is abundant enough where you're going to want to make the jump, but I guess it's nice to have that option regardless. And then last but not least, you actually have a bunch of different weapon paints, which again is a really nice kind of option to have, although I just feel like the visuals on this gun could use a little bit of a bump. I feel like all of them just look almost cartoony, I guess is what I want to say. They don't look very realistic in Fallout 4. Like the blade here looks very realistic, but then the gun itself, I don't know, I feel like you just use a little bit of work there, which is something I definitely think I would like to see in the future. Regardless, it's a very cool gun, and it's definitely a ton of fun to use, so let me customize these three, and then we'll go check it out in action. So I am at Castle now. I do have a bunch of settlers here, which I will aggro really quickly, but just take a look. I did make two of these guns. I didn't end up using the third one. Regardless, we have this one, which is 8x zoom, meant to be more of a sniper kind of character, doing about 100 damage per shot, so not too shabby by any means. Regardless, we also have this one, and we'll just take a look at this. As you can see, it does ridiculous amounts of damage, which is absolutely crazy, and or rather it has a ridiculous DPS. So obviously I want to use the sniper one first before all these guys get super close. As you can see, I do have that crazy crosshair, which hopefully now you see why I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think it looks a little bit obnoxious when you're actually using it. Regardless, we can take some shots at these guys, and I believe I finished that guy off. These are not normal settlers. They actually have a much higher health because I've used them in videos past. They're like kind of all have power armor, obviously, as well as some of these different weapons. And wow, this thing is ridiculous when you could actually get some of those shots down on these people. So, oh god, that's a grenade. A bunch of grenades. I'm in immortal mode, so I should hypothetically be fine. And there's two different types of settlers. That's why they're attacking me differently, or only some were attacking me initially. So let's see if we can't get a cool shot on this guy. I wonder how much damage this does in a critical hit. How many times does it shoot? I guess only the three shots. It just has a ridiculous rate of fire. So let's run down and see if we can't wreak some havoc on a lot of these guys. And as you can see, we definitely lay down hell. I gave this 38 ammo because I guess if you're going to be using it this way, you're going to be burning through ammo a hell of a lot faster than I initially kind of anticipated there. You're going to definitely need the large magazine for sure. And then on top of that, you're probably going to want to use 38 ammo because, I mean, yeah, you might have a lot of 5mm, but I bet you will not have a lot of 5mm for that long after using this weapon. So the 8x scope's almost a little bit too zoomed in for this situation. I'm like, I think I'm hitting that guy, right? Like, I assume so. That's a cool little shot with it. I also do have that crazy bayonet on it, so let's go give that a shot. Balanced, right? I mean, I guess it is kind of because just simply of how much ammo you're burning through. But I think these originally were 1,000 HP enemies. So the guys I'm fighting originally had 1,000 HP, assuming they were full health, which I believe settlers regenerate health. So they should have all been about full health. And I don't know what their damage resistances was, but they did have some crazy damage resistances, if I do recall also. So let's see, let's try and kill all. Oh, did I not kill her? No, I didn't. So we can beat her down. Let's see, will the big bayonets help me out here at all? I don't think so. But we could reload, or try and reload. I don't have or do I have a quick eject? I might have a quick eject on that one. But we can mow him down. This one's going to be doing quite noticeably more damage. And this guy can't die because he's a Minuteman. Or he's a Minuteman, technically. So I could down him consistently, but I will not actually be able to kill him, unfortunately. So let's go for some bat shots on this lady right here. But it's definitely an interesting mod. Obviously, it needs quite a bit of work to actually become fully functional. And, you know, right in its current state, obviously it's very usable, and if you're a big fan of the weapon, you could use it, but it definitely has some issues, and the fully automatic one, I think it might want to tone down, oh god, I had to reload, tone down how fast it fires, because that's a little ridiculous. Like this is just me holding down the trigger, and it has a 20 round magazine, so you're definitely going to be burning through that magazine relatively quickly. Let's see, what is it like in bats? If we reload really quick, I guess it's going to burst fire like that, so it won't be as cool. And what did you say? Just leave. So let's turn this off. And what is this guy? This guy's a flamethrower. That's not good. Let's turn this thing off. It's kind of annoying listening to it. We could turn off the generator as well, and we could kill the flamethrower guy, or continue to try to kill the flamethrower guy. But yeah, so that's going to pretty much wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did watch to this point in the video, comments, what should we comment? Comment Normandy down below. A couple of World War II weapons coming out recently. Again, this one, pretty cool weapon. I definitely would keep it in my save game, simply because I would like to see other enemies spawn with it, and I think that would be kind of cool. But then definitely would love to see where it goes after a few updates for it. As always, thank you guys for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.